I'm Thayer Morgan with Commonwealth Commercial, and welcome to Interviews. Today I'm with Paul Steinberg of Mabit Associates, environmental consultants in engineering. Welcome, Paul.
Welcome. Thanks for coming there.
So, for some of my viewers that may be looking to purchase a building, what are some of the concerns that they may have in terms of the soil?
Sure. A lot of things to consider, particularly with some historic properties, typical in the greater Boston area. Our oil, hazardous materials, releases from old processes and operations. Typically, it's a site of certain age. You're going to want to do a study to assess potential impacts of the property and resulting environmental liabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those types of sites, like gas stations, dry cleaners, older manufacturing facilities, tend to have some tanks and storage and historical operations that may have had housekeeping issues and/or leaks and releases that may cause some impairment to the property and require cleanup under state regulation.
If there's any monitoring wells on the site, should they be alarmed?
No, that certainly is something that should be considered and evaluated in the process. It may be that the wells were put on the site from a prior study. The results could be cleaner. There could be some past issues that may need to be evaluated further, but actually having the wells on site can be helpful because it gives you an opportunity to sample them without having to install new ones and get an idea of the groundwater quality at those locations of the property.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that people don't really consider a lot of the time is the building envelope when they purchase a property. What do you suggest in that regard?
Sure. The building envelope is important, particularly if somebody has an opportunity or a desire to redevelop, renovate a property, and/or demolish a particular portion of a building. Mm-hmm. There are a number of different things that need to be considered so that you don't create additional environmental problems and you maintain a safe workspace as well as future building for tenants. Asbestos, lead paint, light bulbs, batteries, old chemicals that may still be present on the property. Typically, we'd recommend that somebody would perform a regulated building material survey so that these items can be inventoried, assessed, and the need for abatement and removal assessed prior to implementing renovations and redevelopment of interior spaces.
Mm-hmm. And also, imagine when it comes to the permitting process and things like that, there's some things that they should be paying attention to.
Sure. One of the first things is you want to take a look at how you're going to use that property. Unless you're just really restricted to type of an office space or a residential property, most other businesses will require some type of environmental permitting. So you want to take a look at the nature of the business, the operations, the materials that are going to be stored, so you can evaluate permitting needs prior to taking over a property so that any timelines or approval processes can be considered so that permits can be obtained prior to needing the time to take occupancy.
For those of you who are watching, one of my other videos talks about the tax credits from environmental situations like this, and you can watch that video. So, Paul, if one of my viewers would like to get a hold of you, how should they do that?
Well, you can certainly call us at 781-275-6050 or access us through our website, www.mabit.com.
That's M-A-B-B-E-T-T?
That's correct.
Great. And thank you for watching Interviews. I'm Thayer Morgan.